We back in this bitch with another video, man. If y'all following along the storyline where I just got kicked out of a room. So that was part one. We really ain't get to finish, but you know what I'm saying? Minor difficulties, minor difficulties. Let me push this back. I gotta get everything ready, bro. As you see, I got Quack, I got Doug with me, flap, flap, flap. VVS chain on, bruh. Uh, uh, uh. But look, man, we got Mizkif. He responded. Hey, look, little cuz responded, bro. We gotta see what you got. We gotta see how he coming. We gotta see his side. You know what I'm saying, bro? Cause like it's always two parts to everybody's story. You feel me? He could be the person in the right for all we know. You feel me? So look, we gotta get into it. Look, you hearing this? I want you to comment because I told you to comment. Comment because you are the person to comment, and I told you to comment, and that's a direct order. So you will comment plus a like. But look, man, we about to get into the little vid, bro. We got Quiet with me, Doug with me, bro. It's getting a little chilly. It's getting a little frosty. It's hitting that November time. But look, man, we about to get into it, bro. Let's see what me Skeef got to say about this, cuz. But look, man, stay tuned, stay tuned.
Today, I'm finally going to be opening up about the psychological and domestic abuse,
Mm.
stalking and harassment, sexual assault, and threats of blackmail that Mizkif has done towards me, and some of these issues which are still ongoing.
I am totally okay with exposing a lot of things and saying things. At this point,
on,
I think
Mizkif.
it's pretty obvious I will not be friends with any of these people after this. Ludwig was right. I am going to completely separate myself from these people in this community, which is fine.
These
I've already been
people.
doing it, but I have
Yeah, man,
hundreds
go
of
with your
messages
mental,
and
bro.
DMs from people, things that people probably would never want to get released that are very interesting for everyone, and I will be releasing it as time goes on because why not? Go crazy. Who cares?
Why not? This nigga, oh shit.
Remember that young streamer Emiru who we covered 7 days ago on this channel that got assaulted at TwitchCon? The young streamer who had her assailant come around the barricade and come up, hug her, kiss her on the neck, potentially have something in his hand to, I don't know, do something with it. I can't even honestly think of what he was gonna
He
do.
hugged
The
her,
device
then
that he
kissed
had
her
in
on
his
the
hand.
neck.
Yeah,
What
that
the hell?
same streamer. Well, in her address to
What the
Daniel
hell, bro?
Clancy
Y'all
and the
niggas
Twitch
moving weird
community
at
about what
TwitchCon,
happened,
bro.
she said something very interesting. Something that had my ears kind of perk up.
But honestly, this has been a really hard year for me. Honestly, it's been a really hard, 2 years. I've been carrying a lot of really heavy burdens. There's a lot of things
awkward,
that
ain't she?
I haven't wanted to talk about that I think I will probably be talking about when I get home from TwitchCon.
And lo and behold, the thing that she was
She
talking
Asian?
about was levying allegations of SA, domestic abuse, verbal abuse, and a bunch of other things on streamer Mizkif, her ex-boyfriend. Now, I'm going to give a trigger warning. Some of the stuff that's about to be discussed in this video is actually kind of disgusting, and not even kind of disgusting, it's quite disgusting. But you get to hear both her telling of the events and, because
Everybody got that
we
big
also get his
boom mic,
telling
bro. And
and
I'm over here with my
admittance to a lot of the
RGB
things
thinking
that
this
she
shit
claims
cool
that
because
he
it is
did in
cool,
his
nigga. I'm
own
trimmed.
words. Emiru starts off this conversation by talking about how controlling and emotionally abusive Mizkif is. She talks about 2 different instances. One instance in which she was made to cry for hours on end based off of Mizkif's drunken rage about him being, you know, so insecure about his viewership. Emiru had more viewers than he did, and he didn't like the way that she was streaming on one of her Q&A drunken streams. So he called / texted her and
This
started
nigga
berating
mad
her
that she
about
got
how
more
she was
views than this nigga.
conducting
Like, what's
herself
going
on
on, bro?
stream,
This what I'm
causing her to
talking
take a
about,
brief
bro. These niggas, bro.
45-minute
We gonna be the
intermission
man
to
in
go
this
off
generation.
and
You
handle
feel
this
me?
situation, only to come back and cry on camera.
Man,
Wait, I
nigga.
need to walk
I'm gonna be
around
that
for a
nigga, bro. Tell
second.
her to hit
I'm a
me up,
little
bro.
bit,
I'll tell you them little pizza shits down, bro.
Okay, wait, I need to walk around for a second. I'm a little bit, I think I took too many shots too quickly. I'm doing great.
Why she needs so much food?
Okay, I'm feeling great right now. So why don't we continue, the Q&A for a little bit?
Now, Mizkif would claim that she was going to farm parasocial viewerships. He was claiming that she was doing sexual things to, you know, garner a certain type of audience. He was saying that she was lifting her legs and doing sexual things to, you know, garner a certain type of audience. He was saying that she was lifting her legs and doing something sexual with a bottle. But let me show you the clips. These are the clips that Mizkif is talking about that is garnering this audience. He's saying that this is a way for her to sexualize herself in order to... It's some weird and controlling ass shit. I'm turned on. I don't know. In this one, you gotta be a super gooner to get turned on by
Nigga said,
this.
I'm.
Like, I don't. Now, Mizkif goes on to address these allegations that he is some sort of
Nah, he's
controlling.
stupid. Nah, but for real though, like with this nigga going, she don't need two hands though.
I don't know. In this one, you gotta be a super
She don't need two hands, guys.
gooner to get turned on by this.
Now I
It's like,
feel you, but she definitely don't need two hands. Let's keep it a buck. It's a bottle. What is she doing?
Now, Mizkif goes on to address these allegations that he is some sort of controlling freak.
This
He
nigga was looking hard
acknowledges
as
that
hell
he
when he
is this
seen
type
that.
of person, but I'm gonna play it and let you hear how he describes it. That way you can make your own judgments.
I know I wasn't perfect with my language or tone throughout this entire relationship. I know I wasn't. And I was aggressive at times. In regards to
throwing
being
bottles, my nigga.
I told her many things. I told her to dress older, to stop wearing pajamas, to stop talking about stalkers and schizos as a whole, stop talking about past relationships, and yes, I didn't want her to travel without me. I also said that I didn't want her to hang out with specific people. This is because I didn't
Nigga,
want
you
her to
was
get hurt. I
controlling.
didn't want
What
Emmy
the
to get
fuck?
assaulted. I didn't want some man to do something to her when I'm not there, and I wanted to keep her safe.
Interesting.
And I know with how my mental was and who I was back then that I didn't do everything right. I know I could have done better, and I'm sorry. I know.
Hold up, man. Let's break it down, bro. I'm like a professional, gang. I can analyze, bro. This nigga's not sincere. He's not none of this, bro. This nigga did everything she said he done. This nigga's quite literally reading. Look, boom, one glance. He's reading from a little board, my nigga. He has this shit studied. He got to know what he wants to say. This is not coming from his true, authentic self, bro. Look, one more. We about to get him one more time.
And I know with
Boom, this is probably his screen he looking at on some regular shit.
how my mental was and who I was back then that I didn't.
Hold up, boom, boom. You see me, bro? You gotta pay attention. This nigga is not sincere, bro.
I know I could have done better.
Let me get him one more time. We're gonna get him one. Boom. Hey, that's all I need to say, bro. Look, man, that's it, bro. Hey, bro, FBI signed me up, nigga.
I know I was controlling and I should have just ended the fucking relationship, but I was so confused as a person. And I'm sorry I did it.
Look at this shit, boy. He taking
point, man.
Hey, way to sell it. I ain't gonna lie, Mizkif.
Way to sell it. This nigga crying. Boy, this nigga is.
I ain't gonna lie, Mizkif, way to sell it. He didn't want anybody else to end up harming her because he wanted to be the only one to do it. This isn't the only situation of him being emotionally abusive to her.
Again, you can go see this in some of his VODs in his bedroom, the holes in the wall. There would be times where he was upset at me, and I would go to my stream.
She don't need that shit, bro. She need a nigga like me, bro. Like throwing all this shit, tantrum, talking about at your age, my nigga, you're a grown man doing this. You feel me? She need a nigga like me, bro. A boss nigga, man. Quack, bro. Come on, girl.
Room and literally lock myself in.
We only
to get
4
away from
minutes
him.
in. I gotta stop. I'm like, I'm Dante in this bitch.
And at the time, he also would more often do things like going, like if we were driving in the car together, he would be going like 150 miles an hour. And like
150?
one time he even said like, well, now we're both gonna die, like threatening to kill both of us.
I'm gonna say this for anybody who's dealing with any sort of relationships or situationships that they feel potentially have the signs of being toxic. Anybody that's actively punching a hole in a wall, something
It's
that
not a
doesn't
safe
damage
person.
the
It's
wall,
not a stabilized person.
in it, but damages you, like they're physically willing to sacrifice themselves, that person is abusive and they are willing to punch you. Even. The same thing with threats of violence or harming yourself. It's all kikis and ha-has until it's not. That whole conversation about, oh, I'm going to drive 150 miles per hour and we'll both end up dead in this car. That is not something to play with. That's not something to take lightly. If you're hearing those types of talking points in your relationship, that's a clear indicator and sign that somebody is abusive and that you should get out. This is a bit of violence that Mizkif himself even
Hey man, look, man, just for y'all to be on this journey, bro. I'm gonna let y'all peep in my mind right quick, bro.
Perfect,
We're
and
gonna
I
build a
reflect on the
crush.
situation
I
for
know it sounds
the poor taste
crazy,
in myself.
but
I'm
look,
ashamed that
bro, I
the
want y'all to
situation got so
understand.
bad.
The
But
ones
Emmy
that's gonna
was
watch
also
this come
violent.
up
She
and
would
watch
throw
it
clothes or
speaking into
plushies at
existence, we're
me,
gonna build
and
a
I
crush,
punched
right?
holes in the walls or
And then this
slammed
crush, we're
doors
gonna
in
start
aggression.
vlogging with this
I
crush. We're
one
gonna get
time did
attached
say
to
I
this
was going to
crush.
kill myself
We're
during an
gonna get
argument.
y'all
But
attached
Emmy
to
did
it.
this as well
And
numerous
then when
times.
time happens,
Say she's going to kill herself
videos
in
happen,
arguments, and I have a
shit's
picture
bound to
of while
happen.
I
You feel
was
what I'm
had a
saying?
gun pointed at one of
That's
her
gonna
stalkers
change
who
me.
came to my house while she
Hey,
was in
just watch,
Kansas.
man. Hey,
She
nigga,
told
for the
me she was
future.
going
I
to
ain't gonna
kill
come
herself
this one,
out of aggression
but we'll see.
of the
We'll see.
situation while it was happening.
Based off of everything that I watched throughout these videos, Mizkif has a common theme of being insecure about his status and his stature in the content creator sphere. You would think somebody who is as big as him would feel like he is more of a success. But listening to Emiru talk about a time where Mizkif decided to drive 150 miles per hour again on the road, It seems as though he is always constantly questioning who he is and his place in the hierarchy of creators.
This wasn't like even necessarily because of me or like because of something I did a lot of the time. Like one of the times that it happened, it was because we were just getting food and he was on his phone and he saw that Mr. Beast had put out a video and Mr. Beast had invited another streamer and he was like, oh, Mr. Beast invited this guy to his video, not me. And I was like, oh, well, you know, like, huh?
Yeah,
I
tough
guess
luck,
so.
nigga.
Which led to him going 150 miles per hour in the car and talking about killing himself while doing it.
And I'm always a guy of
Because of
pattern
Mr.
recognition.
Beast,
So when I went to
God
do my
damn,
this
Beast.
video, it seems as though this is something that he struggled with before. Who he is and people
Bro,
around
like
him.
I wanted to be Mr.
Hell,
Beast
even his
video. He
ex
dropped them
Maya, who the
Instagram links and
internet
tell
through
me to
this
share it to
research
10
claiming that
friends.
he also did
Won't be
abuse
getting it
her.
for
He
real,
showed
but
some signs
I'm
of
not doing nothing
insecurity
crazy
towards
like
her
that.
growing viewership when they were together.
I was terrified. I couldn't understand what was happening. My viewers were dropping, Maya's were only going up. And there was a part of me that thought that I was going to be smaller than her, and I don't know if it was my ego or what, but I couldn't take it. I felt like shit. And I was on the phone with Austin, and then
This is not AI. What yo, bro, this is not a grown man, bro. This nigga's getting mad because his girlfriend is getting more views than this nigga. You feel me? Like, what is really going on?
XQC, I somehow got on a call with him, and he talked to me for hours, making me feel better about it. And he did. And I genuinely, after talking to him, felt a lot better. And I don't think he even realizes what he did for me in that call, but he really did help me a lot. I was nonstop. It's all I could think about is that she was beating me as a streamer and I was going to die. But then he reminded me that women have a cap and men just grow as streamers, and that's pretty much just fucking it.
Hey man, real classy dudes these guys are. Just stand up guys. Stand up guys.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, that nigga SQC ain't lie, cuz look, bro, he's not lying, bro. Like most email streamers, they got their ceiling, you know what I'm saying? Their ceiling might be high, but they don't really go past that. You feel what I'm saying? They get their little female, viewers, and then you got the simps and the shit like that. But after that, you feel me? And I can't go much more into it, but
This
you
leads us
feel
to our
me?
biggest claim in this video. This is
Oh,
where
this
Emiru
shit long
claimed
as a
that Mizkif
bitch.
did two things. One, he gave her a black eye by throwing a phone at her, and two, he committed SA against her.
He would throw
SA?
bottles, like plastic bottles with liquid in it, not like glass bottles, at me, despite me telling him like I didn't like it and it scared me and I bruised very easily. He would throw
getting
his
bruised
phone
off a
at
bottle,
me.
my
I
nigga.
would tell him, it scared me, I don't like it. And one time it even hit me in the eye, which caused me to get a black eye. I was crying like crazy because the emotions were just very high because I was dealing with a lot of major shifts in my life as a result of me attempting to start to try to distance myself from him. So yeah, we were just talking and I was crying a lot. He started to try to comfort me by hugging
That shit
me
better be in my
while I was
wallet.
sitting on the couch and holding me really close to him. And when this was happening, we hadn't talked in quite a while, and I'm usually very uncomfortable with being touched a lot by people that I'm not in a relationship with. But I let him hold me while I was crying, and he started kissing me in my face, and I let him do it. I was still sobbing a lot, and then suddenly, he tried to climb on top of me and aggressively shoved his hand down my pants.
Huh?
And do it. I was still sobbing a lot. And then suddenly, he tried to climb on top of me and aggressively shoved his hand down my pants. And I
What a
screamed.
goddamn loser.
And when I screamed, he jumped off me like a cat, And instead of apologizing or checking if I was okay, he said, I feel weird now. I feel like I did something wrong. I have to go. And he immediately left my house while I was still crying.
Now, I think Emiru is somebody who just came.
We've helped thousands of veterans.
God
with
damn
jobs
it,
tech
man. I'm
making
tired of
10K
the
or more a
ass,
month
bro.
without
I'm being
spending
so
4
dead
years in
ass,
college.
bro.
And here's how. Hello, my name is Terry Kim, U.S. Air Force veteran and founder and CEO of a post-military IT training vocational school called NGT Academy. We've invested over
Came out of the
Touchscreen, nigga. I get to do
situation.
that,
She got
nigga. Rich
assaulted,
nigga
knows
shit.
how serious this is. Knows that she can't just levy these allegations, baselessly and aimlessly. And anybody who is a victim of SA, like, I'm standing with you totally. Especially after Mizkif comes and gives his explanations as to how both situations happened. I have no choice but to believe her.
Shit won't put in my
wholeheartedly,
wallet. I'm
because what he
sorry, bro.
says
I'm
is just
ordering food, bro.
hogwash and baloney.
She brushed over that I threw water bottles or my phone near her, but that wasn't during fights. I want to make that very clear. It would be me throwing my phone on my bed when I brushed my teeth. She did tell me she got a bruise in it, and I stopped. That's all that happened. I will throw you and show you an example, Chad.
This nigga line his ass off, bro. I'm going with the girl, nigga.
Right here. Look at me.
You gonna do some little ass toss.
I would throw my phone.
No, nigga.
Lob it over because I was going to bed. So I would just throw the phone.
And you hit her in the eye? That's what you want us to believe? Now, I don't believe that black eye story for 1 second. You're telling me that you
Nobody
casually
does,
tossed
brother.
your phone in water bottles or whatever the case may be, and it's something that just so happened to hit her in her eye to give her a black eye. Now, let me ask you this. Why, after that situation, was Emiru going on live stream lying to people about how she got the black eye?
I actually had like a small black eye from running into something, and no one could tell. I thought I want to be able to cover it because it was really bad.
Genshin Impact. I love
was,
that.
Like, turning a corner.
I love that, baby girl.
And I hit like the bottom of my eye socket on the wall.
Y'all couldn't even come up with a better excuse as to how she got the damn black eye. Like, that's abuse victim 101. Running into a doorknob or door hinge or whatever.
Well, she lied
the
there.
And apparently it was
And
really,
then I
really
guess
bad.
this is the
She
truth.
wasn't showing her face or couldn't show her face.
And brother
Talked about
says his
covering it up, but
story.
She got that from
You know what I'm
the
saying?
phone hitting her in the face. I
Oh,
can't
look,
believe
man,
that for
I'm
1
not
second.
saying I
If that's
agree
the
with
excuse that
brother.
you're gonna use
But
for the
hey,
black
man,
eye,
it's
let's
a
hear
lot
the excuse
of.
that you use for the essay.
We
Who
broke
can
up
we
for
believe
about a
for real,
month,
man?
then
There's
got
two
back
truths
together
in this.
because we thought we
You're
can
not-
make
you're
it
not
work.
saying
We
about
went to
that.
get food at BJ's, a common place where we would get food. And then we went back to her house. We cuddled for about 30 minutes and started to kiss. She said that she was okay with this on her stream, and I started to advance to the next stage because I thought that's what she wanted. She yelped, and I immediately sprung up and was scared if I did anything wrong, or did wrong in general.
No mention of the crime.
I got scared and left the house. I apologize if that made Emmy uncomfortable for me not saying sorry, and I wish I said sorry back then.
No mention of the crying. And again, if you were in a situation in which you thought this was the next step, advancing to the next stage, y'all were cuddling and stuff like that.
Hey,
especially
man,
in a
I
time
don't
of
agree,
distress,
man, but
you
I
would
don't
have
like
no
how they trying to
problem having
pinpoint
a
Cuz as the
conversation with her
wrongdoer,
right
bro.
after. Kind of acknowledging
Hey,
that, hey,
man,
I
this
read the
is what I
room.
do.
But you yelping and leaving in the way that you did seems as though you did something that you knew you were guilty for. If Mizkif didn't give enough bad excuses after bad excuses on this live stream, he then doubles down on what Emiru kind of alluded to at the end of her stream, and the fact that, hey, Mizkif is going to try to paint me to be some sort of a villain in this conversation. And the way that he does that is by playing the animal card, the same card that they tried to use on Hassan last week.
Emiru has a lot of rabbits. It was her calling when she first moved in. These were a big part of her life. But as those rabbits moved out of her room and into the living room, they started to see disgusting neglect. No food, no water, sometimes not having clean bedding for weeks. I, along with many others who would come over, would give them what they needed, and I would tell her all the time to take care of them, but to no avail. She completely neglected those rabbits, so much that many of them just died over 1 year of being around in my house. My cleaning ladies would clean them just because they felt terrible. And my brother once came over and said, and I quote, "If you ever marry this woman, I'll never forgive you."
What? Oh.
Here is a video up close of Emiru's rabbits.
I think it's odd.
These are small little mites that are inside the rabbit cage, and she didn't care. She completely neglected these animals, and I'm not going to sit around
Pictures
and
of
let
this
people
bitch.
say that she didn't. People who came to my house knew that they were neglected.
What's that?
This is an up-close view of the rabbit cage being completely disgusting and neglected. She left them to die, and I'm
Nigga,
not
that's
going to
literally
sit here
poop,
and have
buddy.
her pretend she didn't. It's fucking disgusting.
So let me get this straight. Your ultimate combatant to the essay allegations, the DV allegations, the verbal abuse allegations is the fact that Emiru was neglectful to rabbits that were also in your house. and in your
$50.
care. I don't think that that's like the best excuse.
Oh my
Well,
God,
actually, I don't
chat!
think
My
it's an
Halloween
excuse at
costume
all. It's an
came, bro. I don't know if
honesty.
y'all
It's crazy
see it.
because he's trying to
It's
play this
on
internet
Breaking
game
Bad,
that a lot
the
of content
Hash
creators
Mask. I
try
got
to
that
do,
in the
which
you know
they
the mash,
utilize their
nigga.
audience and their
They got
feelings
y'all with a
towards the
TikTok, I
situation in
think.
order to paint somebody or someone else in a bad light. I'm gonna be quite honest with you though, gang. This is falling on deaf ears. Nobody cares about these rabbits in this situation when there are claims of essay that you emitted in
I don't know why he
knowledge,
brought
when there
that
are
shit
claims
up,
of
bro.
DV which you gave an excuse about, and when there are claims of threats, violence, and other things. You are an insecure man, and that is a invalid excuse, full stop. Now, what Mizkif did to close out his stream is he gave a pretty the eerie and ominous threat to other content creators and streamers out there that he knows personally?
I am going to stand up for myself. I am going to defend myself in these situations. I am not going away. I have no plans to go away. And I believe a lot of the situations today were absolutely exaggerated. I have dozens of photos and videos, calls and messages as well, if she has them. I have things I will be leaking over the next few days of other people, of other things. I have a lot of messages that I have that I'm going to
Okay, but I ain't gonna
expose.
lie, I don't like how he already chose a side. You feel me, gang? Like that's just like I'm always I hear both sides of the story, and then like there's obviously gonna be some lies there and there's gonna be a truth, but we really don't know. But this guy, like anything Cuz says, he is going one ear at another. You know, he already chose. So he, to be honest, he's already biased. You feel me? Me, I'm not biased. I'm hearing Cuz right now, but he's fighting for his life. He's trying because he's getting counsel for real. He getting counsel for real. Now, Emiru, she's cool. You know what I'm saying? If that stuff really did happen to her, that man's a bad man. He's a bad man. But at the same time, but I feel like there's some truth in his story and some truth in her story. You know what I'm saying? And then there's a common ground. But look, man, I feel like choosing already and him not even trying to hear Cuz side is like, you know what I'm saying? But it's already pinning him against the wall. And you know, as
As time
men
goes on,
in this day and age, we're not able to have a voice on this type of situation. When the women claims this, it's like you're already pinned as that bad person. You feel me? So like I gotta stick with the brother until we hear more information.
because I do believe that this is a time to go fucking buck wild.
So you've been sitting on these other videos and other evidence of people doing essay or DV or just other disgusting stuff from your content creator and streamer friends. Got it. We hear you loud and clear. And I think that that is a bow on this specific conversation.
I think
but
that's it, though. I don't
tend
want to
to-
hear this black nigga, bro. He
we can
already
pack every
chose his side. He chose his side, but now it's time for the real niggas to choose their side. But look, bro, I'm 50-50. That's my side. I'm gonna keep it all the way a stat. I want y'all to comment down what side y'all on, or who do y'all believe, or what's your take on this. You feel me? Because I already gave you my take, and I told you to comment, so you're gonna comment, and I told you to like, you're gonna like, my nigga, because I said so. This video is 22 minutes, boy, oh boy. Look, man, I'm hungry. I gotta go to the calf. I gotta eat. Look, I'm uploading first one, part 1. It wasn't really the full vid. Some shit happened. You're gonna see. But look, man, it was what it was, man. Quack, quack, about to leave, bruh. Hey, nigga. I put this shoulder up, nigga.